What's up, everyone? We're back. If you just missed that series, well, you're dumb, and you should go rewatch it. Sorry, Cap has a very small head.
Sorry, are we on?
Oh, what's up, BSJ?
What's up? Sorry, I was just getting comfortable doing some calisthenics.
You gotta stretch, or else you might hurt yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Brax. This is BSJ. I'm Grant. We got one more game today for South America. And you know, what people thought was, SG versus Payne, it has to be it. Schofield said, those guys aren't good. I'm good. And now they're here.
That man had 8 golems at the end.
Dude,
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can't believe that happened. And with Magic Community, we talk about, Jakiro is good versus the golems. And then he turns level 25. And Jakiro is not very good versus and he's not even a hero at that point. Like, the golems are better than him.
The single golem is better than Jakiro.
Dude, that was crazy. And if you're wondering, we are actually almost in a full lobby. Thunder Predator, they're ready to go. Don't you want to keep that hype up? Or when you played, did you like winning a series? Did you cool down? Or did you want to just keep going right away?
Is that to me or BS?
Oh, you guys are both great players.
Series, so.
Both. Okay. You beat EG in a series.
I did. It's on my resume.
Yep.
I usually like to carry the momentum. Maybe take like a 10-minute break like they did, but then immediately get back into it. Because if you're feeling good, I don't know, it is a momentum game. It is confidence. Yeah. There's a lot of confidence to it, and sometimes people psych themselves out. More importantly, and if maybe they weren't expecting to win, suddenly you just win these 2 games, and you're just like, okay, well, maybe that was the harder team for us to beat. Now we got SG. They're definitely not better, in my opinion.
It's like proving to yourself how good of a team you really are.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's actually everything's on the line.
Convincing yourself.
Yeah. As for me, carry momentum, I don't care. If I lose, I don't feel anything.
You're much more level-headed than I am, though.
Well, I feel like you have
mellow.
You have the more common reaction to it. I'd say that's 95% of people.
That's true.
Right? For me, if I win, I'm like, cool.
If I lose,
pat myself on the back. That's about it. Might have some extra dessert tonight or something.
Okay.
That's about it.
BSJ.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna say. I was like, never mind.
You've played with Stan King, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you think it's an advantage that Stan King got to win a best-of-3 and he gets to watch both his opponents play? Do you think he's going to incorporate what he saw last series?
Oh, he always does. I remember when we were on VGJ, he would have talks with Clairvoyance for 30 minutes before a series. They would actually play out the first 3 bands and the first 2 picks for each team, talking about these are the possibilities we're okay with, this is what we're not okay with. And based on what I just saw there, I don't think he's going to give him Warlock.
That would be wise.
If your first pick,
wise.
you give. You just don't ban it.
I'm saying
yourself, right? Yeah.
You either if your first pick, you either ban it or pick it, and if your second pick, you ban it. I think it's something where maybe it's not the Warlock, which I do think it is, but maybe it's not. But make them prove they can beat you like they beat Payne with something else.
I think
make them do it with something else.
Warlock is almost so simple of a hero.
Yeah.
Right? First of all, the ultimate hits the entire screen. You can't miss it. Fatal Bonds, it bounces across the whole screen as well. Upheaval, wow, it also hits the whole screen.
Okay.
You can't miss these abilities, right? It's so easy to play.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really have that many jobs in the game. He has the lane phase, and then after that, you sit behind people.
But he has to push W and Q in the laning phase.
Well, once you get past that, the hero seems really simple to play.
Okay, yeah.
And take that away, make them play something a bit more challenging, something a bit less impactful, especially in team fights, and then all of a sudden, game's probably different, right?
Yeah. A lot of it, in my opinion, about highest level Dota is it's ease of execution, right?
Yes.
And not only is it team fight execution, but it's also lanes. If by picking Warlock, you're saying we're not losing this lane, and then you choose whatever lane, but that he's going to. Usually it's a safe lane, obviously. But I feel like even if it's not tier 1 Dota, especially, teams can lose the game from the safe lane 10 to 20% of the time, where you actually lose the safe lane so badly you just lose the game.
Yep.
But if you pick Warlock, that's never happening. You're just not going to lose the safe lane.
What are you insinuating? That Warlock's a good hero?
Maybe.
Okay. Sounds like it.
Yeah, I feel like didn't they buff him last patch too? Because he wasn't really seeing that much play. Ooh. Wasn't it the Necrophos treatment where nobody was really picking him? He got buffed 6 patches in a row, and then suddenly he's just out of control.
Buffs. I know he got changed because now luckily Dota had that thing where if he got changed to patch before, it tells you. And I saw 2 things because I know it wasn't on a computer, but I saw over there. I'm like, something changed.
I think Golems got buffed to 3,000 HP.
Sure as hell looks like it.
Yeah.
If you watched last game, there was a lot of Golems, and they were almost solo killing a. When it was just 2 golems, they were solo killing a Death Prophet. Those golems are nutty.
Yeah, the golems got buffed. They got a lot more health.
And that's huge.
Yep.
It was not in the early game. He was just spirit siphoning them, And like he was like, man, this is great. And then once you get that magic immunity, you're like, this is not great. Oh boy, help, please, Lord.
Oh
nope.
man.
We're just waiting for one more player. Do you guys, after seeing the series, do you still think SG is the favorite?
No.
No? Do you think it's like 50-50 or even Thunder Predator a little?
I think even Thunder Predator have a chance to show their stuff.
Not have a chance, but to be the favorite in the actual game.
Oh.
Maybe this is the stuff that, like...
Yes, you're probably still the favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, this is probably rude, but I was talking with me and Cinder were casting earlier the SG Taurus series.
Yeah.
And to be quite frank, it didn't seem like SG outplayed them. It felt like Taurus played worse.
Okay.
That's how it felt in the games.
Well,
and what?
That's tough to say because one team plays better, one team plays
Well,
worse.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I know what you're saying.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is
mean.
like. The other team messed up more than they did. Rather, they made more good plays than the other team did.
Okay, so you're saying it wasn't their initiative that like looked really good, right? It was just them capitalizing on the other team's
exactly.
mistakes?
The other team had like a couple key slip-ups, like with smoke ganks and team fight execution. Like there were like 4 or 5 crucial missed calls in like the second game, and those would have like turned the tide in the game because they were down at that stage, and like Taurus was already up at that stage, and it would have like secured the lead because they had like a Radiance farming Lifestealer who wasn't even impact. Like obviously you can't be impactful on a Lifestealer until you have Radiance. So he's like not a hero in the game until about 20 minutes. And they had that early advantage. And then with those key slip ups, the Lifestealer was able to actually be a hero in the game because by the time he had Radiance, the game wasn't over. And I just feel like this to me, Thunder Predator proved themselves by beating Pain. And I don't think SG proved much by beating Taurus. That's what I feel like. Okay. So even though I think SG is probably the better team on paper, I feel like I would probably put it at about 50-50. Who's going to win this series?
That's pretty intense because I think coming into the not even just the bracket, the entire tournament, right? It felt like it was like Pain and SG, right? And then
top dogs.
Maybe the other teams, and now Pain now has to win a minimum of 8 games tomorrow if they wish to qualify for TI8. And that's a minimum.
Isn't it 6? Isn't it 3 series?
2, 2, and 3.
It's a best of 5.
Wait, did I do the math? 2, 2, and 3.
You're doing it.
That's
it's
7.
close.
Oh,
you round up. You round up.
Round up. Yeah.
Yeah, round up.
That's gonna be.
And that's a lot
crazy.
of games in one day.
Yeah.
Especially
that's
like
draining.
that. That's like they're high intensity games too. It's not like group stage. Like I'm playing 6 games tomorrow.
You know, it's easy to say that like teams are making a lot of mistakes or whatever, but this is everything on the line, right?
It is.
This is where people do make mistakes.
That is absolutely true.
Quite often.
Happens to everybody.
The pressure.
Yeah, it was just like stuff that for Taurus it felt like misclicks, like button pressing. But for what I meant by SG is like
perhaps a hardware issue. Maybe
like there was like a point in the game that that weirded me out because I think Stan is a very like commanding captain and he knows what he's talking about too. There was like a point where the Lifestealer had treads because he's going Radiance, so it was like 12 minutes in the game. All he had was treads.
Okay.
And then the Beastmaster has like a Medallion Shadowblade, and the Kunkka plus Witch Doctor or something like that were playing with the Lifestealer.
You know, you're referencing the first game, but that might as well have been like 4 hours ago after that last game that was just played. Right?
I'm just saying though, like they're playing around the wrong heroes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying is like what me and Cinder talked about is you want to play around the strong heroes, and I think that's probably something Stan talked to his team about.
A lot of the times when a player like the Beastmaster who has that level of farm, right, he's the strongest hero on the map. Yeah. That's usually that's when it's his job to take that commanding role.
So maybe it's on him, you're saying? Like maybe
perhaps.
It's something like he doesn't speak very much.
I think the best players do take that initiative.
Okay.
To adapt to the situation when they look at the game and they say, "I'm the strongest hero on the map. You know, this is what we're gonna do."
Yeah.
And that way, the carry player just has to, just farm.
Yeah.
You know, and if someone tells him to come, he's like, "I'm hitting creeps. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes." You know.
I think that is like what a lot of people don't realize is even though there's always a captain at different stages in the game, the healthiest teams, as you've mentioned, like. The player who is the strongest should be calling out because nobody plays your hero better than you do. I think is what a lot of like as a captain especially like
it's hard to gauge someone else's strength.
You can't because they've had a constant update for the last however long the game's been going while you're like paying attention to other things, and then you flash and take a picture of their items in your head, and you're like, okay, he's level 14, he's got a Shadowblade, like
he can tank approximately 4.25 seconds of a stun before he dies.
Yeah, it's just like stuff that you don't know about the other heroes around you. So, like you said, I think that's probably something he had to talk about with his team because There might be a language barrier. I don't know. I don't know how well they all speak English.
Perhaps.
They do speak English. I'm not sure how well.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, how well,
yeah. Exactly. Well, we do have a draft. And
Grant, I wanted to ask you something real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Toss me over, baby.
Extremely important. We talk a lot about Stan King.
Yes.
You know, Stan the man. This guy is the captain. He's been to, he was at last TI as Cloud9's coach. They didn't do too hot, but not his fault. Well, we don't know that.
We don't know that.
Right.
What about him?
Well, I'm saying we talk a lot about him, but what about Flea?
Flea, Francis Lee.
Yep.
Used to go by Meninsky.
Fan something.
Fan man. Yeah.
Yep.
And people thought he was like. I remember then, like, people were like, this guy's just a pub star. And then he, like, kind of owned in NEL, FPL. And people were like, this guy's kind of good. And then he used to play carry. And now he's moving over to the 4-role. Now him and Stan King.
He played carry in mid. I remember his Storm Spirit all the time.
Ownage.
And then now he's playing support, but skills obviously translate there.
And that's right? Both 4 players, because Schofield used to be only carry. He would be one of those, if I'm not carry, I'm feeding down middle. And now he's a 4.
They gave him Warlock.
He carried, and they did.
Sorry.
Dude, Warlock and Night Stalker. They didn't even have first pick. Yeah. They got Warlock's second pick. Is that the most value you've seen today?
I mean, based on, like, results now following into this game, like, they just won 2 games off of Pain with Warlock.
Doesn't this Clockwork ban from SG kind of strike you as odd when you have, like, Warlock and Night Stalker in the pool? Like, obviously Clockwork is still a strong hero and everything, but to be more afraid of that compared to Warlock and Night Stalker, maybe they have a plan? Maybe they forgot? Who knows?
I want to see some Wind Ranger. I don't know if Stan plays Wind Ranger. I feel like he does. I feel like whenever I play against him in pubs, he says, what hero can ruin the enemy carry's day the most? And then he picks it.
Well, you think Stan would play Wind Ranger or Flea, you mean? Do you mean pick?
Oh, I'm saying it's probably a 5 Wind Ranger. That's usually, like, why I said it. But they go Chin.
Oh, wow.
I was just going to say, I don't think you go Sky, though, against the Warlock. So I figured they'd pick, like, a strong support to deal with it. That's what they did in the first series. They picked what happened was they picked Beastmaster first in the first series. In the first game, they picked Warlock next, and then they banned Chen. So then in the second game, they picked Beastmaster and then picked Chen second because they banned Chen the previous game.
Okay.
So they're saying, like, they're expecting it to get banned this round, so they pick it now. And they banned the Murano, which I think is probably one of the better carries against it. It's like the low enough cooldown ability to actually kill the creep.
Right, it's also hard for Chen to gank the Murano.
Yeah, and you also have the escape, too.
Do you guys like this? Like, Beastmaster Chen, sure, if you snowball, has, like, an overwhelming amount of push, but you have to team fight into Warlock. I guess Warlock is extremely susceptible to getting run over in lane. Like, he's good at sustaining, but when a Chen creep comes from behind your tower and Warlock gets slowed, he probably just dies from full HP every time, especially with the Beastmaster.
The way I look at weaknesses of Warlock is he wants to sit in one lane. He just wants to sit there saying, heal, like, you know, gain health, but I'm just going to sit behind you while that happens. And the thing about what they do with Beastmaster Chen is they'll probably pick, like, an aggressive type mid laner. The last game they picked the Kunkka. And so the goal is you gank 2 lanes at once, and Warlock doesn't counter gank at all.
True.
Like, he doesn't respond in any way.
This guy's a range creep when it comes to actually fighting.
That's what I mean. He's literally, he doesn't do anything in that capacity. So if you're able to force engagements in 2 separate places, especially in the laning stage, I think that is a good way to deal with Warlock.
I think Chen is extremely strong for how, like,
he is.
Obviously, he's picked in the first 2 by SG, but he's one of these heroes that you need to, like, understand how to play with him as a team, or else you're just not going to play Chen.
Yeah.
And because of that, you don't play against a lot of Chen all the time.
Yeah.
So playing against it is also very difficult. And
you never get pub practice against Chen.
I'll be honest, Penitence is just broken.
It is.
It's an 8-second duration at level 1.
It's very good.
Oh, there's the Morphling ban. Attune went beyond godlike in the game they lost, and then he pretty much solo carried after 30 minutes in the game 2 they did win, so... Do you like individual hero? Like, you look at a player and you're like, let's just take their hero out? Or do you think that makes them cocky or
if it kind of makes sense for the game, I think it's good.
You know what I mean? Like, they banned my Morph. I'm the man.
I'm the best.
I'm the king. And, well, there we go. There's the Schofield Tusk.
Yep. Schofield is super good on these heroes that roam. You know, you don't have to necessarily roam, but he's just played them a whole bunch. Tusk, Bounty Hunter, Earth Spirit style heroes. You know what's funny about the whole, like, banning out a player thing?
Yeah.
There's a player here with, like, he used to have a 3-hero pool.
Grant?
He was kind of like the... No, actually.
Oh, me.
Bulldog's not here.
Oh, okay.
You're the next one on the
Okay. I'm the next one on that list, and then the next one on the TI winner list.
In 3 years.
In 3 years.
You've been blessed by Grant
I said
himself.
TI 17, but, you know, I'll take 3 years.
Wow, look at that. Was an instant Medusa pick. They picked Skywrath. Thunder Predator said, thanks for the Medusa. Why?
That's a great question. BSJ will take it over to you.
Take it over to me. Well, they already banned PL. I think they kind of set up for this with the PL Ember bans. I feel like maybe Ember's not the best in lane against Medusa, but the best overall strategy against Medusa is saying, we're just not going to fight you.
We're going to just run around the map, keeping the lanes out. And those two heroes would have done that quite well. But I personally feel like, I don't know, I feel like Slark looks really good here for SG. I know Costa Bile plays it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And their only catch for you is Snowball, which you can pounce away from, and Night Stalker.
If you're a carry player in this situation and you're thinking of like the heroes you want to play, Slark is probably the first one that comes to mind if you're an avid Slark player, right?
Yes.
Like nothing else stands out as super
And
amazing.
I know he plays it a lot because I play against him in pubs, and every time I pick a hero that can't kill Slark myself, he picks it, and then I lose.
Costa Bile, when I cast pubs, is you're either A, Slark, or B, Arc Warden.
Or
is what I see
C,
him play.
PA with a Battle Fury.
PA with the Battle Fury. All right. I always
does
just see
that
him
too.
play Arc. Did you? He was ranked #1 in NA until Artesian Limp.
Yeah, he's like top 5 still.
Yeah, he still is. I mean, he's good. He
I mean,
knows what to
he's
do.
just very good at last picking. I'm not like flaming. He's very good at last picking
He
a
is.
hero and then solo carrying the game. So that's like something. Honestly, at the highest of MMRs, like when you're playing with an average of like the enemy team has rank 100s and your team has rank 600s or
Divine
500s.
2s, yeah.
You actually have to play that way. So he's very good at doing that. And Slark's definitely in his hero pool. I've seen him play it multiple times. I maybe stands against Slark. I know he didn't like him that much when I was on VGJ.
Maybe he didn't like your Slark.
I like
Well, there's
your
no one
Slark.
else that would play Slark on your team, right?
I mean, if he doesn't like my Slark, then why am I on the team? You know, I got 600.
Whoa.
No. Oh, I mean,
wait, okay. Does
Okay.
Anti-Mage even counter Medusa anymore? Honestly.
if you're a good Medusa player, you
Quote,
itemize.
Maybe. So I don't know.
I mean, I just feel like Anti-Mage sucks as a hero in general, but
I've seen it one time in the last week, and it was EG versus VGJ Storm in the opens, and they picked Anti-Mage into 0 intellect heroes, and then they lost at 20 minutes. This is a little bit better for sure, but he's just a bad hero, right? Like, what does he do mid-game? Hit creeps?
So
Elsewhere?
this hero is pretty deep. Actually, he's not going to lane against Beastmaster. I guess he's not. Oh, sorry. Beastmaster's on his team.
Night Stalker.
I mean, he can burn Night Stalker's mana, which is...
Who cares?
And then you hit him for 4 after.
This guy's
you-
got, he's
He
got
has a
3
stout
mangoes.
shield and that, yeah.
He doesn't actually care.
Yeah.
Once he's out of mana, you literally do 5 a hit. Yeah.
I
Oh,
feel like
boy.
if I'm this Night Stalker, my job is to mirror the Anti-Mage for like 12 minutes, and then he'll have a 20-minute Battle Fury.
Right, just follow him, and then he's scared to hit creeps
Yeah,
all
like
the time.
even if it kind of slows your game down, you're just going to say, well, you know, I know I have this Medusa, but my supports just protect the Medusa. I'm going to run around stalking this Anti-Mage. So I think it's actually crucial that SG's like first movement as with the Beastmaster, especially when the Skywrath Mage gets 6, is so maybe like a second movement for Beastmaster is on this Night Stalker because he's going to be the one that's responsible for slowing down the Anti-Mage.
I just wanted to bring up the win conditions for both teams. Like
Yeah.
Thunder Predator, before the Anti-Mage came out, they had this timing where Medusa gets level 20, Scotty, and then she can just sit there in front of everything, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to go in on this Medusa with, you know, Tusk spells available, Warlock backing the Medusa up,
Good
and
luck.
you're forced to actually engage on this hero. You just can't kill. But now it's kind of, maybe it's not there against Anti-Mage because you have the mana burn, obviously, against large mana pool. With the mana void, you have actual damage to kill this hero. But that's also assuming that Anti-Mage can blink in attack Medusa more than 2 times before getting Warlock ultimated or Stone Gazed, right? Which
It's tough.
it's tough, yes.
But now they have an actual frontliner,
Yeah.
so that might be nice. Is this just... This looks like to me an SG is just going to run around as 4, and if Anti-Mage free farms, they're going to be happy with it kind of game.
Yeah.
This is the 4 space makers, 1 space taker kind of situation. And that's pretty common in this meta. It's just usually you see heroes that get online much faster than Anti-Mage. You'll see like Lunas or
Right.
you know, anything like that that just farms faster and with 1 or 2 items wants to fight with the team.
So when does Anti-Mage actually want to join his 4 teammates when they actually like group up in this game?
Manta.
And
Is
is
that-
that...
He doesn't want to join, but he's willing to join.
So is
Okay.
that battle... Tread's battle
Yeah,
Fury
Tread's
Manta?
Battle Fury Manta, yeah.
Okay.
That's my opinion, at least. They like the main way they kill him is silence, and also like this is a game I look at where most likely they're gonna pick something that when he blinks it, like Troll's a good ban for instance, but they're gonna pick something where when he blinks it, he's just gonna die, like if he doesn't have Manta.
The one thing is there's not a whole lot of lockdown, right?
Yeah,
It's like Tusk and then Night Stalker Silence, and then you're
Absolutely.
committing ultimates, so I guess that's pretty nice.
I want to see some reach here. Like when I say reach, I mean the ability to pick people off from a distance.
What's the J... Because it's probably going to be a Toon Medusa, right? Like, he's been their carry.
Yeah,
So it's probably going to be like the J... What's a J Mari, like, reach stun hero?
I mean, the
That's
first one that
good
comes
for
to
Zaya.
mind is Void, but I feel like he's bad this game. So, and very greedy.
Yeah,
Maybe
looks
like a
he just-
Sven or a CK or something.
Sven, What do you think of Sven?
I actually
Brax?
don't think Sven's that bad.
I think he's really bad. That's me personally.
I like his
obviously.
cosmetic when he's got the bottle opener.
The bottle opener.
It's very greedy if they go a hero
That's
like
good.
that, but if you were
That's
to
about his
play it like a
highlight.
2, maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't know a hero like that well enough to actually pick him as a 2. Like,
I just think that the problem with Sven is he's going to have Beastmaster and Chen in his lane. He's not going to have
every hero's going to have a crappy time. I feel like they have
Yes.
stun issues, though, like you said, and none of their heroes... Their option is to either pick a stun or pick a hero that takes early objectives. That's like the 2 options, but I don't think you have a hero that can force the issue against these other 4 heroes on SG. Like, now that I think about it, the anti-mage pick may be really good.
Chaos Knight.
I think Chaos Knight's the best pick, but I don't think it's...
It
I
isn't-
actually think it's the best pick.
Let's see.
Let's see. Legion Commander.
Well, that is Reach. Is this safe lane Night Stalker?
Oh, it's J. Mari Medusa? All right. Attune
Attune
Warlock. No. Get the hell out of here, Attune.
It's probably safe lane Night
Back the
Stalker.
hell up.
I'm down for safe lane Night Stalker. I do not want
Grant,
this to be a safe lane Legion.
He saw the Warlock last game.
Yeah, he's like.
Yeah,
damn.
he wants to be Schofield.
Okay. It is going to be an Attune Legion Commander, though, because Prada is their
Yep.
Warlock player.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. So,
Jesus. Okay.
carry, quote-unquote carry Legion Commander, like, how's that different than a off-lane Legion Commander?
Well, in theory, he gets more farm, but he might not.
What
get
is
He's
more
more
not.
farm
He's
this
gonna
game.
be. It's actually a carry Night Stalker in my opinion. Like in terms of not by player, but the Night Stalker's gonna have a way better lane unless they're putting the Legion in the off lane,
Because whenever
which
they
makes
win,
him a carry.
Whenever
because
they win,
the
Attune
safe
plays
lane
well.
sucks.
Sorry, I've
you're
never
fine.
seen him win a game when Attune has a bad game. But maybe they're trying something out. I don't know. They're in the winner's bracket. They can
They are.
lose if they really want. I mean, it's game 1. This is the best of 3, by the way. So, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. There's the swap.
How do you feel about the one golden basher and the one like purple blade?
I like it. It's like 2 different shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
You like that when you see someone out? You're like, that's cool.
Well, I don't say that's cool. I'm like,
It's hip.
I've got respect for this person. They know they're stupid, but they don't care.
You can
Or
respect it.
they just don't have 2 of the same shoes. I don't know
Yeah.
how, but
Or they woke up, they didn't have their glasses on. Oh, uh-oh.
that's when they're already like halfway to work and then they
Whatever.
realize, uh-oh.
No. Already done. So, what... BSJ, what lane... Well, we're going to see the lanes, and then I want you to tell me which lane we're going to focus the most on. 'Cause I feel
Definitely the Chen
you're
Beastmaster lane, I feel
okay,
like.
because you're a laning wizard, is what I like to call you.
I am a wizard.
Nice, nice.
So we're going to check up. Good luck, have funds come from old La Poste. Look at this. Both teams, I believe last game, there was not good luck, have funds from both
So
teams.
it looks like they're actually
Wow.
going to put the Beastmaster safe lane. And then they're going to like babysit the anti-mage with like Chen Skyrath. They might be doing. They might end up rotating a support top, but I don't actually mind that much.
I think this is good.
Yeah.
I think this is very smart.
I agree.
Because it doesn't actually matter which lane Anti-Mage is in if he has support from Chen and Skyrath. Any hero in front of him is just going to die.
What's really odd to like an average pub player who doesn't play or like watch a lot of Pro Dota is that it's actually easier to support your carry in the off lane. In my opinion, like if you're a carry that's like survivable, like has any escape mechanic where you're not just immediately gankable from like a wraparound, even if you're not like seen as an offlaner, it's fine because it's easier to like stop pulls when you're in your own off lane. Like when you're in the off lane, it's easier to stop the small camp pulls than it is to stop the big camp pulls when you're in the safe lane.
Right, and when you dedicate so many resources to like the offlane, then you can always get that big pull. Right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
exactly.
it's super easy to control the lane from there.
And then also like when you do this kind of thing, like
Wow.
your off laner is that's a really good D word.
Like right at the edge. And it blocks, right?
The offlaners like to be solo
It
safe
does
lane
block.
too. They're happy with this.
That's
Was that
like-
even meant to get a ward, or
No,
was it?
it was
I
just
think
a-
it was just
it
meant to
was.
be a D
Dude,
ward,
and it
or
was
meant to be a
literally
block camp.
At the edge.
Yep.
Whoops, didn't mean to ping, whatever.
There is a ward almost right next to where you ping. So
Yeah. Oh,
Great,
they
I
get the
think
counter
he's-
ward here. Man, I'm on my counter ward game right now.
Jeez.
So counter ward for counter ward. Like you said, AM's going to be bottom, and they're already rotating. Attune will head on down bottom.
I mean, Legion's not going to do well against this.
I feel like it doesn't matter what hero's in front of the anti-mage because as long as Chen has,
They
a
care about
decent
him being
creep.
bottom. They don't care about his matchup for sure. Night Stalker and
Exactly.
Legion are like equally bad for him. So as long as they
Oh.
support him properly,
Skyrath TP's top.
I do not like that.
I don't like this either. I think this is very
You,
bad.
you
actually.
support AM for at least a wave, I think.
Yep.
And if you didn't know, last series, Thunder Predator tri-laned all 3 games. This is going to be the
Okay.
first time they're not tri-laning.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was surprised, too. I was like, one game, okay, they're just defending, but no, they tri-laned every single game.
What year is it for them?
Oh, no, and look at this. They're TPing
He's
out.
out.
They do care.
I just feel like Stan should have stayed bottom. I don't think you do like much better against Night Stalker than you do Legion.
Right. They're both like equally hard to deal with, right?
Yeah.
It just is a matter of numbers, honestly.
What is it? This is such a weird decision by honestly both teams, in my opinion.
Is he?
He doesn't have a.
Actually, I guess I think I like Thunder
HH might be
Predator's
dead.
entire approach here.
Oh,
Oh man.
he ate the wrong trade.
Oh, the Quelling Blade.
Didn't happen.
Orb of Venom.
But I mean, he's still not happy with this. It's not going to get better either.
He also TP'd into the lane with the camp blocked. Right, with the pole
Oh,
camp
so they can't,
completely
yeah.
blocked. So
Oh my gosh.
They do know
That
what to
TP was actually, I'm going to tell you from a carrier's perspective. I've done this at least 10 times in a competitive match before I was like, decent enough to know what I was doing. I'm not saying Costa Bele is bad, but like it's a mistake that you can make if you've never made it before. This TP top is like, I think
it's
game
like,
losing almost.
Isn't that more of a team call than a him call though? Like
It's almost always
someone has
in
to.
my opinion, it should be the carrier's call because nobody knows better than you.
But carries are brainless and they don't know what
Hey,
anything besides hitting creeps.
Hey. No, it's just like you make that TP like eventually one day you go, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
And then you don't do it again.
He's dead, right? I thought he could have been. That is an Orb of Venom Chen. No HP, but he does have the heal up.
That's going to delay his game a lot. When I say game losing, it's just it delays his timing a
It
lot
sets
on
him back,
anti-match.
right?
Yes.
Instead of a
It's just the
potential-
laning stage, but it's
Nice last hit.
yeah.
Basically sets his Battle Fury back a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
agree.
different. We've heard Blitz talk about Jay Mari, and this is going to be his first time. I mean, he's the carry, right? He is the official carry. We've seen
Yeah.
Attune morphling twice. We've seen Attune just carry. Now Jay Mari, he's on Medusa.
Every time I see a tune, he's always on some super hard carry that's
Yeah.
going to 1v5 in the game.
Yep, and now they get to Jay Mari. Maybe it's a confidence booster after his huge last game on Ember. He owned.
Yeah, maybe Jay Mari can live up to Blitz's expectations and surprise us all.
Medusa's actually quite good against DK mid because you can never push your tower, and
Yes.
DK wants to push towers. And I don't think you're exactly rotating to a Night Stalker lane. Like you're not going to like rotate to gank a Night Stalker. I think the most vulnerable hero is going to technically be Legion, but I think it's quite possible, unless they snowball the lanes, that DK doesn't take a tower for at least like 13, 14 minutes.
There is a Chen, though. You have to
Oh,
worry
that is
about.
true.
Stan. This is a hasted Schofield. Tough kill. And now haste is gone.
Maybe the Chen will allow him to dive the Medusa, but I don't know. The snake just so naturally deals with like the push from DK.
Right. Stan must be so sad. Like,
Oh, Medusa, sorry. He's really low.
yep, he's getting slain by the Fire Breath. I feel like Skywrath Mage just thinks he's out of place in this game, you know?
When
He
your
doesn't really do
carry is
anything
not
in lane.
helpable
Yep.
because of that TP, suddenly your supports don't feel very good either.
And
That's
they
how
are-
I view it, at least.
They are tri-laning again, so I lied. Thunder
Okay.
Predator back at it with the tri-lanes.
I guess Night Stalker's actually having a lot worse of a time bottom than I thought he would.
It's some super hard for Night Stalker just because of the Chen factor.
Yeah, he has double Satyr, too. That's actually very fortunate for him.
Yep. So enough about Anti-Mage. There's nothing much to watch, right? He's going to be hitting creeps. He's going to have a hard time. That's just how it is.
If he's getting killed, I'll be up there. From now on, I don't care.
Excellent. But it's all about the bottom lane, the Beastmaster.
This is where all the pressure is for sure.
Yep, it's 4 minutes now. Once that 5-minute siege creep comes out, that's when things get rolling. That's when Night Stalker's going to be quite sad under his tower.
And as you said, he can't do anything versus double Satyr.
Yep. Chen's just laning with them pretty much.
No. What was he? He's still level 3. 3.5, actually doing a good job keeping
Yeah.
that experience up.
That Satyr actually makes all the difference. Like, this Night Stalker has no potential to, like, even bully them away at any time because it just gives everyone the health regen, too, so.
Schofield finally is going to be. He ran all the way from top, all the way bottom. Did pick up the illusion rune. Neither of the mids really care about runes. DK and Medusa, whatever. Schofield's the only one who seems to look.
Yeah, neither hero buys a bottle.
This tower, it's 100 damage.
That's unhealable.
It is. Has the Aquila. So where do you think the first rotation is going to be? Is it going to be the Beastmaster hitting 6 or
It's
Chen
going to
maybe
be the
mid?
Chen and
Or
DK.
bottom.
It's either going to be them mid or on bottom.
You sent
there
him
it
home,
is.
but
Send
is it
them
actually going to go off in time?
Ugh. I like that play by Schofield. That's really important because the 5-minute catapults are out, the bounty runes as well, and you're just saying, like, if Night Stalker can actually clear this wave right here, it's really important.
I'm pretty surprised they died because they had an Observer Ward that
Oh.
scattered his rotation earlier.
Just didn't expect it.
They
Yep.
do get 3 of the
To
bounty
work, I
runes on
think.
Dire, though, so get some gold, give up first blood, though.
So this is a huge moment for Dire because they have Chen, so they'll have double catapult bottom, and then they'll have a DK mid.
Look at the massive creep wave building up bottom lane, too.
Yeah,
Like,
this is actually
enough
really
to-
scary since they didn't clear the wave. I
Yep.
thought they would be able to.
This is enough to take the tower.
And they're
They're
going to
gonna-
convert the siege creep,
What'd
too.
they glyph for right there, anyways?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's actually a really important glyph.
Made for top, because top's pushing in, as you guys said, for bottom. Both safe lanes for each team are just going in. How do you stop this? I mean, Medusa Snake is the only thing, but you don't want to commit
You
her,
drag creeps with the Night Stalker and just stall.
Okay.
But they don't have 4 anymore, so that's going to be a lot more difficult. I like that the Tusk rotated mid just to shut down the DK.
He knows there's nothing for him to do bottom.
Yeah.
This tower looks extremely dead.
That fort's going to cost them that tower, I think.
How strange. Creeps will come and help a little bit. And look at, he's trying to pull the creeps, but he doesn't want to go in there.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
It's dangerous. That tower's dropping at 610 here.
So Grant, I know you say Costa Bile, I say Costa Bile as well. BSJ, I've heard multiple times. Did you change your? Is it?
It's Costa Bile is what I've gone for.
Okay.
Well, I
Or
do the
Costa
thing.
Bile
If I don't know, I
sometimes
go to like dictionary.com and I literally type it in, or I just type in how do I pronounce this, and there's always a great voice. This is how you pronounce it. Costa Bile. We're good for now. Yeah. Miss me with that side. We are going to see Flea. He's going to go down here. Looks like he is. Laposta's coming over, though. Netted up is Schofield. He's going to snowball.
Nice
dodges the axes, rolls in. Phase boots are on this Beastmaster. He does a decent amount of damage, but whoa. Rebbit plus the sigil. Dude, Schofield always level 2 sigils.
Yeah,
Never
I noticed
snowball.
that too.
I like it. I mean, paid off here for sure.
It's really hard to actually kill in lane.
Dude, look at this. And here we go. The No Mana Night Stalker versus the
It's not
AM.
taking any damage.
Thanks. And he has phase boots if he wishes to buy him, so. This guy's, he's got.
He can stick TP. Yeah. Should be fine, I think.
It's gone.
As we've said over and over, AM does great damage, but if you don't have mana, does no great damage.
It's so sad. Like, you burn through, it's like PL when he has Diffusal Blade. Like, he rips through someone's health pool, and then all of a sudden they have no mana, and they just walk away.
I saw EG play this Medusa versus DK like on 2 different players in 2 different games, and both times the Medusa out-CS the DK by 8 minutes. So I'm curious to, like, I'd have to watch the lane back. But as far as my experience went, I thought the Medusa would win the lane.
I agree with that, too, but DK is completely owning.
Yeah, and also, I mean, J Mari did lose both lanes to Weehawk game 1 and 2.
Okay.
So, I mean, he is a very good late game middle player, but his lane phase
So
definitely is a little bit rougher.
So the CC and CFSA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
That was well put.
Thank you.
Now top lane. This is just free for a tune. So this is your carry player playing on this off lane LC.
He's having a good game, though.
He's going for the tower now.
Who does he like gank? Who does he duel? I know you say like anti-mage, but
This guy.
good anti-mage players aren't going to get dueled based on the fact that they have so many heroes that can play in front of them. You're going to have to smoke and get some
Well,
fancy
middle lane.
kills.
That's a max range snake, but he did it after the fatal bonds came after the snake hit. That possibly could have been a kill, but now Stan King, he's here. Snowball, bring
Snowball
him
the
in.
Medusa.
And there we go.
Oh.
Do they have anything? Do they have the damage?
Is it enough?
Oh,
my
J
gosh.
Mari didn't
These
get that
3
attack.
heroes just have no damage
The
between
Snowball
them at all.
Medusa combo.
That's so
Look at this.
sad.
Just has to run away. This is a level 6 Night Stalker with phase boots in. The AM can't do anything.
Yeah, you can't trade against these heroes, and that's why the games that I look at anti-mage, I think you want one enemy laner that you can trade well against
That
at this
hit.
stage in the game, and there's nothing for that.
Oh. The Sentry battle will be won by Dire, it looks like.
So Atune's actually went for Armlet first instead of Blink, and I actually think I like this a lot. You know, we saw Atune's Beastmaster. Naturally, you know, this guy wants to be the carry.
Yeah.
In this game, when Legion goes for Armlet, that is exactly what she is.
A lot of rotations. That had to give away that the Radiant had a ward. But they do miss it. They place the Dire right here, so it's all good. Meanwhile, DK will take this tower. And you see it's 2-0 in kills, right? But it is like a 1.5k gold advantage for SG. Obviously, the tower bottom, the tower middle. When do you want to take a tower for Thunder Predator?
Who takes it?
Yeah, that's the big issue, right? I mean, DK, like, he pushes so easily. Beastmaster, Chen, they push so easily. They don't have any tools like that to work with at all.
Oh, sorry, up here. My bad. Schofield. Willem going down.
I just want to say that I do agree the Armlet's better than Blank, but to be quite frank, I just think Legion is a terrible hero.
Well, that means you're biased against the hero.
Okay.
And that means you can't think clearly
Okay, fair
about the
enough.
potential of Legion Commander.
I mean, I'm saying, like, if you're making the best out, I mean, I also don't think Anti-Mage is a particularly good hero, but, like, I just look at this Legion hero, and
Yeah,
she's
quite
just so
lacking.
awkward. Like, she feels like a Beastmaster that has to
Middle
stun
lane.
herself for
Mid-lane,
4 seconds.
Jamari.
They're going for Jamar out of mana. This should be a
That
kill,
double
yeah.
damage rune.
Damn.
They didn't even have a DK ult for that. He just,
No Sky ult, too. Sky just got a 6.
Got it.
yep.
All right, well, this Medusa is not getting off to that super fast start. Like, it's 11 minutes in, no Mask of Madness complete yet either.
I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to lose his tower to DK.
Yeah,
unless he gets, like, 4-man ganked or something.
It has to be like some sort of Chen rotation where like Medusa dies or gets pushed off the tower or something. But I agree, and it's, you know, DK is one of these heroes. You give him a little bit and he takes it real far.
They're just letting a Toon have a free lane, right? Like,
yeah,
it seems they're more worried about this Medusa and Nightstalker as well. Nightstalker is farming decently, but they're just holding the Medusa down.
Well, it's 40 seconds till nighttime, so that's when things actually start to happen for Thunder Predator.
Do you want to see him, like, Nightstalker just go back and heal right here? So he's ready for nighttime?
Maybe, actually.
Oh, does get the 90 gold on that sigil. Yeah. Axe is thrown it.
Well, DK just picked up his blink at the side shot down bottom.
Oh, there's a pain train coming from behind. Well, pardon me, SG train, and now they're going to blink forward. They're going to go on the night side. It's a 4-man rotation.
That's
Here
beautiful.
They go. Snowball on the 4DR. But Rabbit, he's going to try to fly over, gets silenced, gets ultied as well. And Schofield, you're in quite the trouble here. He's going to try to juke and jive a little bit. He's running up. Follow. Will he get ulted here? Take the kill? No. Doesn't have the mana to.
You know, in the end, that's not the worst thing that could happen, right? You kill Nightstalker, you kill Tusk. Tusk is level 4. Yep. Legion Commander slowly pushing off the top tower. Medusa has some space to work with. And it's not like SG can go to a tower right after that.
Yeah. Tier 1's already down in middle, as bottom, as you say. And so where is J Mario? Hit up the net worth chart. 3rd place? It's not terrible for Medusa, though. I mean, DK isn't first by a decent amount, but you're just happy your Medusa isn't super far behind, I guess.
Right. Medusa has the things she needs to keep farming, right? She's going to hit the jungle, and you won't see her for a good 10 minutes. She'll come out with some items, hopefully.
That mid tower is pretty important for her, though.
Yeah, I agree. But
like, it protects her farming in the Ancients.
you know, you can't dwell in the past, though, right? It's
That's true.
done.
She's getting gone on mid lane, I believe.
Looks like a little bit. Top, Laposa getting handled, go for the roar, throws out Axe instead, gets healed, get sent home, Warlock Rock goes, it's not going to do, the send home comes, and see you later, Nightstalker's dead. Stan King should just soar above him right now, looks like DK from the backside, Warlock as well as Schofield in a lot of trouble. Stan King is actually just taunting him. Oh no, it's the Warlock Rock trying to kill him, look at that. A 3-for-0 trade, and...
Alright, that's bad.
Yeah. Jamar, he's just fine. He is going to have his Mask of Madness now, but... Oh, top, they find... Oh, this is really bad. That's a 4-for-0.
Oh,
and
man.
I mean, you already took that tier 1 top. That was aggressive. Look at this.
The worst part is the Warlock used ultimate there. And
Yeah.
they couldn't finish the Beastmaster off before the Chen sent him back.
Yep. I like he held the stick until the very end and had the heal from Chen as well. What are you going to do?
Yep.
So, Legion, here's my opinion on the hero, so like clarify why I don't think she's very good.
Okay.
I feel like she's basically a Beastmaster that's to stun herself for 4 seconds to do exactly what he does. And then she's a hero that, in my opinion, because of that, she's a better counter-initiator than she is an initiator. Because she has press the attack.
But she scales infinitely, and she can jungle really well from
She
level
scales
1.
infinitely when pub players walk down lanes and feed you duels.
All right, well, you can counteract my jungle point. There's a whole bunch of level 1 jungle Legion commanders out there, which is...
Okay.
She's very strong at that.
And then she can build Midas and have levels.
Man, you guys are smart. Here comes
She
the
does
smoke
all.
gang. And
She's
this is
actually very versatile now
Get
that I
ready,
think about
blink
it.
DK. Scope. This is a level 5 Tusk right now, and uh-oh. Goodbye. No ult even needed from Stan King, and you want to pop the ult from DK because you're pushing this tower anyways.
Yep, it's go time.
Dude, he is... 40R is having a great game. This game looks completely different from what Thunder Predator played the last 3. Maybe they just had Pain's number, and SG had plenty of time to think about what they're doing, but...
I like how the DK went for the...
pardon me?
The breathe fire damage reduction as well.
There's the roar out. Oh, my lord. Now Schofield... Wait.
He's in
you
for
were
round
just,
2.
You were just here. Get to throw the sigil out and be fine. That was almost nerve-wracking.
Dying twice in the same place within a 30-second time frame.
Are they looking for J Mari possibly? No, he cancels the TP from 40R. And now just going to go for the tower. Why not?
I was trying to say something important, but I forgot what it was, so I guess it wasn't that important.
Yep. That's fair. I bet it was very important.
I don't.
Sometimes when you see SG play, you just lose your breath. And I feel you, because they are playing very breathtakingly. This is a 6K lead at 15 minutes. You have a DK who's extremely farmed. You have an AM, 3rd net worth
This
in a
is
game
an
like this.
anti-mage that hasn't seen a hero for like the last 8 minutes.
Yep. And once you get that battle, give me a percentage, BSJ, on how quickly your farm increases when you get Battle Fury.
I would say approximately 84%. So like 184%.
I mean, I can actually, it does increase like insanely, right? You just start killing jungle creeps way quicker.
Yeah. I mean, it's his only limiting factor is his actual hitting creeps because he moves so fast from camp to camp.
Yeah.
So like with certain heroes, the Battle Fury, obviously it speeds up your farm, but it takes you walking time to get there as well.
Is he the fastest?
I believe so, right?
Oh, misses on the last hit there.
I don't know. So I was asking you.
With out of all the heroes that build Battle Fury, I think he gets from camp to camp the fastest.
Here we go. BSJ's coveted lane down bottom. You see why. There's a lot. There's 5 heroes down here from the Dire, and they are ready to whoop some ass.
He's about to be a dead lane Warlock.
Oh, dang, I was about to set him up for this. But I know Grant doesn't like it.
Goodbye. I set him up, though. It's good. And Warlock's going to go down. This is going to be a tier 2, and you see why those lanes. I mean, he's literally dead in the lane. Tier 2's going to go down. Is there a possibility you go base or no?
You definitely force them back.
Yes. You walk up to the high ground, force them back, make them.
And then it allows Anti-Mage to go top by forcing them back.
Dude, I love the extra Alpha Wolf. Even just on the creeps. +6 damage. Oh, we'll see you.
They definitely should.
I agree with going high ground.
Yeah, because
I feel like you just like casually siege until you see them back at base.
Yes.
Because
like,
now Anti-Mage can't disperse into the top lane. Because if you force like 3 heroes back, right?
I guess they all
gives you
did
map
go
control.
back. 4
That's
heroes
true.
did
They did go back.
I just think they could have pushed it like a few more. It seems such a small difference, but they didn't prove they were back yet. I guess.
I think they could have hit it for like 3 seconds and then backed up.
Dude, this is Schofield is level 5
Ouch.
at 17 minutes in. He is having the worst game of today by far.
That's a feels bad, man.
He is trying. They are going to smoke up. They have Warlock Rock. They have Fatal Bonds. So they do have a decent amount of
So
team
Anti-Mage
fight.
is now in the dead lane. I hope he pushes this one wave and leaves, because that's how you're supposed to do it whenever you TP back like this.
Looks like he will.
Please push this wave and leave, Costa Bele. I know you're...
Well, if he doesn't, then you can link him your beautiful guide.
Yeah,
on
I will link it to him. ! Dead lane on the Twitch channel.
He's gone.
Nice. Good.
They know. They know,
Will they
though.
catch him?
They broke.
Oh, they get him,
Wait,
though.
whoa. Finally does throw it up. Will they get the damage? The damage is actually very important. I don't think they're going to get it. Warlock Rock comes down. They
Got
get the
him.
kill, but no
No
damage.
damage.
And damage is very important, right? He is 0 damage right now. It's a big kill, don't get me wrong, but a team fight's about to happen. Warlock Rocks are even in place. They're going to do it anyways. J-Mari pops that ulti on the backside. Roar comes out. See you later, LC, maybe. Nice armlet tiles will finally go down on J-Mari. Just hit him with the right clicks. Nice trapping from Soskill. Punch into the air, and now Flea and Laposa, they're looking for more. Oh,
The
see you
courier.
later, Courier with clarity. But roll away, goes onto the Chen. J-Mari and
No
Schofield
mana.
just trying to get out. You are so dead.
Oh boy.
And, well, Schofield, I believe you might be dead as well, but
He's going to shard block him off.
oh, the creeps are
Oh, the blink.
40 are.
Oh.
It's the killing.
DK gets him with the paper sword.
Yep. It's not even paper though. My man he's pretty strong.
Yeah,
this
he is.
guy's got at least the wooden sword, if not the aluminum.
It's not the weapon, it's his actual strength.
Oh, okay. Well, send home for Laposa. That's the best feeling. Being a core player on a team with Chen, you just get free TPs home.
Yeah, makes it so that you're always on the map.
Yep.
It's like playing with Kunkka when he X's you back.
Oh. Well, doesn't quite get anything, and that is going to be a AM who will have a Yasha very shortly, as well as that Aegis. So now you have to commit a secondary kill to the AM if you want to bring him down.
You're never killing him twice in a row. You're going to have to gank him with Legion to pop the Aegis and then kill him again.
Never say never.
later.
You don't know what might happen.
I don't know
Thanks,
how they
JB.
kill him twice in a row, though. How do you kill him twice?
I don't know, but
I feel like you can kill him once with duel and then kill him again later
I guess
with duel.
if he's really far out, right, you do have the Night Stalker Silence.
I
if
guess
you get
so,
that
yeah.
off. That, I
Yes,
mean,
he has no Manta.
Yeah, he does not have Manta yet. You're right.
nice deny there. So that's all the gold. That's still one of my favorite changes. I love they made denies like way more impactful. Like
It's super
you actually
punishing,
want it.
right?
Yeah.
You can't just half-ass a tower push anymore.
You see, look at this, the double sentry ward.
Wow.
They're making sure. Schofield just runs through it all.
That's called safety.
35 damage on the DK. This DK actually does a very big chunk of damage now. He's doing 200 a hit.
Yeah, Halberd's a decent damage item. Obviously, he gives no attack speed, but it's 45 damage.
He's super good against Legion Commander and Medusa.
Top lane.
Yeah.
Looks like they're looking. Laposa just going to toss out a roar. It is going to stop the dual damage. Flea won't even die here.
He's
Damn.
gone.
He's got a mech.
And here we go. The team's coming. And oh, hey there, Mr. Rune. We're going to see a blink forward. They're going to go in. Schofield should just die. Will he get the snowball off? No, because he was silenced as well. A tune will get slowed off, and he is going to go down as well. Fatal Bonds will come out, but half your team's already dead, and Dragon Knight doesn't care.
It's so
Guy's
crazy to think that there's no damage with Fatal Bonds, right?
Yeah,
It's like
there's
Fatal
not.
Bonds into some Medusa right clicks.
This
about it.
Legion pick. Sorry.
And I'm putting it on a tune, I think, as well. Like, your major carry player just feels it feels different in a bad way. So
What
odd.
I feel like I feel like I've made about every mistake in the book at this point. I've racked up enough L's for a
Don't worry, me
lifetime.
too. Me too.
And like, I feel like you look at your lineup and you say, we have no stuns. And I mentioned like Sven and CK. I'm like, you're going to have to get creative.
There's no way.
And he's just like, none of those make sense because we already said like none of them really sounded that great. And he's like, screw it. Pick me Legion. It's good against Anti-Mage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just kind of like.
You got to that 4th slot, and you're like, shit, we have no stuns, we have no damage, and we don't have a good carry to pick.
Yeah.
We messed up multiple times.
Yeah, and you just say, let's just go with something different and see how it goes. And like, I don't know, man. I feel like going with something different and see how it goes never really works.
So we were I mean, we didn't really like the AM pick. Do you think you could have put any other hero in this situation? The outcome would have been the same, or
I
is
feel
AM
like Slark
decent?
would have done something similar.
Well, at least the AM can't really die, right?
Any mobile hero that doesn't die to Tusk, Night Stalker,
Damn.
I think would have been really good. So like, I think Anti-Mage, when I look back, it's like it actually put them in this weird spot because all their
They're waiting for him.
yeah, all this like lack of catch means that they had to pick it in their last pick, and then you're like, well, none of those catch heroes sound very good.
I'm not disagreeing with the Slark. I also think Slark would have been more appropriate this game.
I just think
But,
any hero with mobility. I'm not even saying it has to be Slark.
Well, I still think Slark was by far the best one.
Okay.
But the one thing Anti-Mage does have over Slark is that he farms fast.
That's true.
He farms extremely fast. So even though they knew he wasn't going to have, or he wasn't set up to have a good game, he's still going to come back. Like, he'll be top of the net worth charts with DK in like 2 minutes from now.
That's true.
It looks like there's some sort of gank coming through. Not even a smoke. They're just soaring on through. I hear where'd the press the attack? Or is it
They
just
see
the farm?
Jmari TPing in front of them.
They do, and hello, that is...
All right, unfortunate.
So
That's
as
a
an
good kill for their
educational
team.
tip, can I give an educational tidbit since there's not too much to talk about in
I
this
would
game?
love it. BSJ
Yes.
educational
Okay.
tip number
Teach
1.
us.
Okay, so we know the dead lane is your own safe
I
lane,
swear
right?
to God,
okay,
yes.
we know it is, right? So when they've already taken your tier 2, and your tier 2 mid is still there, because their most likely objective is the tier 2 mid, that area that he just TP'd into is the most dangerous place on the entire
Wait,
map.
so you're saying that when the enemy's winning and they're going from objective to objective, the next objective is the most dangerous place on the map for you?
But it's always this objective.
Okay.
It always goes tier 2 bottom, then tier 2 mid.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm just
They
saying
all
that
about to-
TP in, like, he should be aware that that's, like, the worst place to be on the map, is what I'm trying to say.
Or even if he didn't die there, he has nowhere to go.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if you're going to TP to that tower, you should TP to the left side.
all right. Tell me.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Maybe he's left-handed, so he naturally like TP'd over to the right side.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he's got, like, the League of Legends thing on where the map's on the right.
Oh, the switched mini-maps?
Yeah. So then he
Yeah,
TP.
we don't know.
Yeah, it could be anything.
What are the odds this Legion commander lives? We've got a blink forward with a stun instantly coming here. But
Lives.
no one else is near him, and I don't believe there's a blink from the AM.
They're going
There
to
is.
goal him to save him, so he's got this.
Okay. So you think he's good.
Yeah, he's fine.
And he already has press the attack. Oh, no, he doesn't.
It's
Still
like
roaming up.
24% that he dies.
You guys don't think DK is just going to kill him?
I'm scrolling
24%.
down here. Let's see. I think
He's dead.
Not
So there's a snowball
DK
into the
can go.
golem.
There's the golem.
He's
and They're going
alive.
to bring him down. No,
He's out.
He's trying to leave. Looks like he
Armor
will
toggle.
toggle. And Prod's already
He's
dead.
out.
Easy.
Wait, the AM tried to ulti him. It didn't do anything. Armor toggled again. More damage. Flying Rabbit. He's
And
a
the duel!
dainty young man. The duel
Just
comes on the backside. My bad.
Giving him
They
some
kill
damage.
him. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's going to speed up the ending.
Oh. Wait, where's DK? Where are these stuns from? Oh, hello. Like, I just hear a stun. I'm like, no one else can be dying, right? It just feels like there's a good game called. Holy smoke. So we just went from 3 60-minute games to a... I mean, this feels like...
420 Blaze
yeah.
it, by the way.
I hate you. No, but that feels... I don't want to say, like... It was definitely a good play by SG. That feels like a Stan King plus coach kind of victory. Like,
Yeah.
you came into
Yes.
this, and you clearly had a plan, and your plan clearly worked, and you just won it 23 minutes in. They owned.
Yeah, I mean,
Straight
they
up owned.
obviously there's no way that they don't pick Warlock.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this hero is crazy good, but out comes Chen. Warlock has no place to go on the map. He's not going to get a 6 at a decent time at all. And obviously it wasn't just that. There were a whole bunch of other problems, but it's all these steps that come together and that make it impossible for Thunder Predator to actually play their game. And that might all be chalked down to Legion Commander, as BSJ is about to say in about 2 seconds, but maybe
good
not.
call.
It's actually not the Legion Commander pick, in my opinion, that's a problem. It's that one of the most important things you have to have in any draft, in my opinion, like 2 of the most important things, they kind of go hand in hand, is lane pressure and reach, like the ability to gank people
you push the lanes in, and then you search for them and kill them. Even if they blink away from you, you can continue chasing, kind of thing.
All right, so let me stop you right there. You know, I'm an old guy.
Okay.
Not like age-wise, but I mean like
I've played Dota longer than me, but I'm older than you.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? This new hip term, reach.
Okay.
I know you were.
I learned it from Kyle.
I know you're like a big dangler and tangler.
Yeah,
I didn't
dangler,
understand
tangler.
that either.
Yeah.
It's just such a gibberish to me. But reach, explain.
I just want to point
catch?
out that we were in a match the other day with my team in the open quals, and I said we gotta build reach, and Jenkins goes, "What is that again?" So
What
yeah.
is it? It's blinking force, right?
Yeah, it's just like the ability to chase people long distances.
So
like,
it's catch.
It's catch, but like
Is this
I'm
advanced
saying,
catch?
okay, so like if you have catch, you can kill a troll warlord.
Yeah.
Reach means you can kill heroes like Anti-Mage and Slark. You know what do you see the difference?
Well, I think you're explaining it very poorly, but
I
I
am.
understand what you're saying. And
I'm explaining it very poorly.
4% of Twitch chat knows what you're saying. The rest
well,
are just
okay,
spamming
just to
that
give
dumb
examples,
face.
or like
just not a very
Storm,
good coach.
Ember Spirit, these type of heroes have reach.
Yeah.
Beastmaster, because
So,
they
like,
build
a lot of catch.
Sand King, like these type of heroes build mobility and then stun you.
Okay,
So-
because like when I go through like the heroes and I go to like the attributes, there's like carry,
Yeah.
initiator, disabler,
There's no
durable,
reach in there,
escape.
and there's no Dangler Tangler, which
Yeah, none of that's
which
there. They
I've
gotta-
talked to IceFrog about multiple times.
Valve needs to update their shit.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't understand.
unacceptable. But okay, no. So okay, just to say they limited too much to themselves in the draft, so they pigeonholed their last pick. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Pigeonhole. Yeah. So they got to change something, obviously. We are going to take a quick break, but when we get back, you guys are going to explain to me exactly what Thunder Predator does to not only win Game 2, but Game 3
Okay.
and the Grand Finals.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so stick around. We'll be back in about 5 to something minutes. Deuces.